One of the things that I've been most fascinated by at the conference has been the conversation about how audiences are becoming much more a part of the strategy, editorial strategy, what we know about them, what we don't know about them, what do they think, how do they give us information and cues about what we should be covering, and how that really fits into not only the editorial role but the business role and the business strategy of a newsroom. I've also been struck by, I think, the focus on video. I have my own doubts about the business viability of video. A lot of people are making very big bets on it, and I think that makes sense to balance a question of how to engage audiences with video. But I think in the long run, one of the things that people want is the ability to have news and information that's valuable to them, that drives tangible value in their lives, that helps them make better decisions, that helps them make to avoid problems, how to make them smarter in school and in work and in life. Video can do that, but it's highly expensive, and so a lot of the times that people are watching video, they're consuming much lighter content. And news organizations have to watch the bottom line, so developing video content can be quite expensive. Getting people to watch content that is more complicated actually sometimes helps them. Or watching content that's more complicated, it doesn't actually pan out business-wise. And so I really do think about balancing your video content, your social content, and your core news content. And not video as an end destination necessarily all the time, but as a starting place to get people to come and consume other types of content. So whether it's text content or getting into social or going into a conversation online. I do think that video is important, but I think more of the conversation with the audience is probably the thing that I think most about. In terms of the future of this conference, one of the areas that I would really like to have us focus on in 2018 and beyond is that question of how newsrooms work with business strategy. How do the business people become more aware of the importance of editorial and brand, and how much more the editors and newsrooms understand how the business ecosystem really works, the news business ecosystem, to have a much stronger publication. I'd like to also talk a little more about how big companies and big scale news organizations are in competition with niche and smaller organizations that focus deeply on a particular audience. And what should you do as a company? Or should you just look at scale, like Sandeep Amar from Indian Express talked about? Or should you also think about niche audiences and niche publications, more of a network approach? This has just been fantastic, though, all in with all the different people who are here, different countries, different publications, different roles. And I think I've learned, as much as I've tried to talk about my experience, I have learned a lot about what the future of news looks like. And so there's a lot of things that I'm going to be applying from this conference directly. I feel sorry for my staff, by the way, coming back. A lot of things I'm going to take from the conference and say, why aren't we doing this? And what about this? And how do we do this? So it's really been a fantastic day.